Hey guys, Ken here from the Retro Toys Escapades channel in Malaysia. Entertainment Earth today put up the sales listings and images of the incoming MOTU Origins Snake Man Wave Deluxe figures, Thunder Punch, HeMan, and King HISS. Now, we first saw glimpses of these guys in the display case for the Eternia playset at SDCC 2022. Well, now it seems that they're ready to slither into our collections in just a few short months. First up, we've got the images of Thunder Punch, HeMan, heroic leader with a power punch. The figure comes with an all-new armor design for Origins with what looks like shiny silver finishing, just like the original. Actually, no, wait, that was whack metal. And this could be the same too. Now, he also comes with a vintage head, a shiny vac metal looking shield, a recolored power sword, and a translucent punching strike effect. Now, all that stuff's great, but if you take a look at the package, something seems different. There's no additional head sculpt. Okay, all of the deluxes before this have come with extra heads, but not this one, right? So what's the deal? Are they running out of alternate HeMan portraits to use, or are they just cutting back? Now, it says here on the package, pow! HeMan delivers a thunderous punch. And looking at the back of the armor here, he also comes with a backpack like the one that he had in the 80s that contained the firing caps that would actually emit a loud bang, okay, when he actually threw a punch. And I don't really think that they're going to bring back firing caps in modern day toys. Okay, back then in the 80s, that stuff was like super popular, right? RoboCop had a whole range of toys with the firing caps too. Anyway, I don't believe that this thing is going to have anything like that, but it does have a special feature, okay? So it says here that, HeMan is able to deliver a thunderous punch. Unfortunately, we don't have any view of the back of this package where you normally find the instructions. So that could probably explain to us how this thing works. I am curious, probably the backpack does have a part to play in it as well. I don't think it's battery operated though. I don't think it makes electronic sounds. So what actually happens? Anyway, the release of this thing is just around the corner, so I guess we'll find out soon enough. As always, I'm trying to figure out the title of the comic book that comes with this particular deluxe set, and I can sort of like make out the words of the snake, perhaps, at the bottom there. Yeah, something of the snake, all right? What do you guys think it is? Okay, next up, we're checking out King HISS, the dreadful, disguised leader of the Snake Man. Now, you notice here how, the words Snake Man in the description are changed to green in color. You know what I mean? The words have always been in white all along, since like wave 1. But this time around, it's like the Snake Man takeover has reached even the character description. What do you guys think? This is a complete takeover. Now it says here on the card back, change into a seething mass of serpents. Yeah, that's definitely terrifying. But the deal with King HISS is that all of his interpretations as action figures, I think dating all the way back to the vintage original, they've all struggled with wanting to make him actually sort of like transform, to have all the parts contained within, which is actually my preferred way of doing it. I don't like how they've actually laid out the accessories here in the sense that the serpents are now all strap-on parts. I think I talked about this as well in the previous video that I did when we first covered the King HISS appearance at SDCC. I mentioned how, I just don't like the way that you have to sort of like, plug on the serpent parts to him to make it look like he's transforming. It's kind of like something that reminds me of those old Transformers toys where you had to just like sort of like magically make the parts appear from out of nowhere, because they were like stored away when they were like maybe in robot mode, and then when you had to change them to something like a vehicle mode, suddenly you have to introduce all these new parts. So it just brings to mind the question, like, where do these serpent heads and parts go when he's just in his normal King HISS mode? So anyway, this is the direction that they've gone in. However, I will say that, the previous incarnations of King HISS also in the vintage and 2002 line kind of look ridiculous as well. So I don't know about, this one actually being an improvement. Actually, you know what? I really wish that they didn't go with this bright yellow look for the serpent parts, because it looks really bad, okay? There's no other way I can say it. I'm just looking at this thing right now. It just looks way too bright. These things need to be like, maybe a little bit more of a darker brown tone. and maybe just a little bit more detailing in it. Of course, I need to get them in person. Maybe the yellow doesn't look that bright in person, but I doubt it. Okay, I mean, these pictures here pretty much represent the toy, right? And I think that, honestly speaking, I can pretty much see myself just displaying King Hiss in his normal human-like mode, and probably never really utilizing the serpent parts, except maybe just putting on like a serpent hand or something like that. But the serpent head that's on the the body like this, I think it just looks really ridiculous. Okay, it just looks downright silly, like the snake. Like, I'm looking at the head here, kind of looks like the snake is laughing at you. I mean, you ever seen like a snake head laughing? This is pretty much what it looks like. And I kind of wish that they had gone for more of like a, more menacing feel, like something that reminded me of Tulsa Doom, from Conan. That guy like could transform into a snake as well. So yeah, you gotta watch that first Conan movie, the one with Arnold. Yeah, so I kind of wish that I'd gone for something like that. Okay, not this that looks like the snakes cracking jokes. Anyway, guys, King Hiss kind of feels like a huge, mega letdown for me. I mean, of course, my views could change once I finally get him in hand and get him reviewed. But for now, just based off these images that they've like plastered all over the internet, he kind of looks just downright silly. Okay, you know what I mean? But maybe that's just the spirit of the character. But he doesn't strike me as a fearsome leader of the Snake Man. You know what I mean? The Skeletor that we saw with the snake armor, the one I just talked about in the video from last night, that guy looks like more of a leader, okay, of a bunch of snake people. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of these images, and I'll catch you guys again real soon with more content here. Take care.